From the moment you were born, there was something different about you. You felt it. Deep inside, before the world ever told you who you should be, you knew you were built for something greater. But somewhere along the way, they started teaching you to shrink, to speak softer, to walk straighter, to color inside the lines. They told you, blend in, don't cause trouble, be like everyone else. And that's where the lie began. The lie that you're supposed to fit in. But let me tell you something powerful: you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to break the pattern, to challenge the system, to make people uncomfortable by being you, fully, unapologetically, boldly. You were born with a voice, a light, and a presence that wasn't made to be hidden. And when you try to suppress that just to be accepted by the crowd, you don't just dishonor your gift, you silence your purpose. Fitting in is easy. That's why so many people do it. It's safe. It doesn't require confrontation, courage, or conviction. You follow the script, you play the part, and you don't make waves. But easy is not what you were called for. You weren't sent here to live a quiet, edited life. You were sent to impact, to shift, to shake the foundation of what's considered normal and raise the standard. See, the world needs disruptors. It needs visionaries. It needs people bold enough to stand when everyone else is sitting. But that kind of life comes with tension. When you choose not to fit in, you will face rejection. You will feel misunderstood. You will walk alone. But that solitude, that's where power is born. That's where identity is sharpened. That's where purpose becomes fire. You don't need to explain your difference to those who only understand sameness. If they don't see it, it's not because it's wrong. It's because they haven't seen what you've seen. Stop explaining your spirit to people who have no access to your vision. You were designed differently because your mission is different. You're not defective. You're distinct. Don't measure your worth by your ability to blend in. The greatest minds, the greatest souls, the greatest leaders, none of them fit the mold. They shattered it. They spoke when silence was expected. They moved when stillness was comfortable. They created when imitation was easier. And so must you. The moment you start living for the crowd is the moment you start dying to yourself. Every time you bend your truth to earn their applause, you lose a piece of who you were created to be. And here's the painful part. Some people will only love the version of you that fits their narrative. But your job isn't to be loved by everyone. Your job is to live in alignment with your truth. You weren't made to be normal. You weren't made to repeat what's been done. You were made to walk into a room and change the atmosphere, not conform to it. There's power in your difference. There's strength in your resistance. And there's greatness in your refusal to settle for fitting in when you were born to stand out. So don't apologize. Don't retreat. Don't second guess what makes you different. Own it. Walk in it. And let the world adjust to your presence instead of you adjusting to their expectations. The moment you decide to stand out is the moment you become a target. People will stare. They'll whisper. Some will mock. Others will question your choices, your path, your boldness. That's not because you're wrong. It's because you're different. And difference threatens comfort. When you step outside the lines, you expose the limitations others have chosen to accept. And not everyone is ready to confront that. Resistance is not a sign you're off track. It's confirmation that you're onto something powerful. If no one's challenging you, you're probably not doing anything worth remembering. The ones who rise, the ones who shake the room when they walk in, they face pressure. But pressure doesn't break them, it builds them. It sharpens their edges, it strengthens their purpose. The world celebrates conformity because it's predictable. It knows what to expect from people who follow the rules. But when you stand out, when you don't move like the rest, it unsettles those who never had the courage to do what you're doing. That resistance you feel, that's fear, their fear, being projected onto your purpose. But here's the truth. You can't be both extraordinary and accepted by everyone. Those two don't walk together. The price of standing out is being misunderstood. It's walking into rooms where no one claps for you. It's hearing your name in conversations you weren't invited to. But guess what? That's the fire that forges leaders. You must decide, do you want comfort or legacy? Because legacy demands loneliness. It demands strength. It demands that you keep walking when they laugh, when they doubt, when they leave. Resistance is the weight room of destiny. Every ounce of pushback makes you stronger, clearer, more unstoppable. And yes, it hurts sometimes. It hurts to be left out, to be overlooked, to be questioned constantly. But pain is part of progress. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly without pressure. Diamonds aren't made in ease. They're made under pressure, in darkness, in silence, just like you. Don't take resistance personally. Take it as a compliment. If you weren't shaking things up, no one would be trying to stop you. The enemy doesn't attack what isn't a threat. So if they're pushing against you, it's because your presence is powerful enough to shift something. The truth is, many will never understand your fire, and that's okay. Your purpose wasn't a group decision. You weren't built to be universally accepted. You were built to walk in uncommon boldness, even when the crowd steps back. So stand tall in the storm. Let the resistance come. Let it sharpen you. Let it shape you. And remember, the tallest trees face the strongest winds, but they also stand the longest.